Aquarius. This is your general love reading for May 2017. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs. I suggest watching the video for your Ascendant and Moon signs to get a more in-depth overview for the 4th of May. Great love 2017. I hope all of you are doing good, and I'm just gonna make this disclaimer before my video because I feel like I kind of should. If my reading doesn't resonate with you, it probably wasn't meant to. And there's a tons of other people that do tarot readings. So, I personally, when I watch other people tarot readings, so it's also just not really like to read cards possible, so other people do that. Whatever video kind of catches my eye first, or whatever one kind of calls me, is the ones I tend to watch. Just keep that in mind. We are currently going through 5 different retrogrades right now, so, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, Mercury, and Venus. And Saturn's been in Sagittarius. Yeah, well, I don't know why it's relevant to you, but it's been in Sagittarius for a while. Yeah, so Saturn retrograde, in my opinion, I think Saturn traditionally represents Aquarius, so it's probably being affected by this retrograde. Oh, shoot. Did I screw it up? I see how that card is like this. I've also been messing around with different areas to film in, so if my background continues to change, just put up my videos just because if I find the perfect way to place it. Yeah, so if my reading doesn't resonate with you, I suggest watching your rising sign and your moon sign video and see which one those do, but there's lots of other ones on this channel, and it doesn't mean that mine's inaccurate or wrong, whether it's for a lot more people than less people. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. Oh, that's happening. First, we're going to be reading from May 2017. The next song and Aquarius. Hey, a lot of reverse cards that I honestly was not expecting. I thought I should these all upright. No, I didn't, so I'm just gonna do this. I need to find a particular. Okay. Sorry. Your present position is the Queen of Wands in reverse, so that's probably you're probably very angry and maybe possessive to a certain degree, or jealous in your relationship. Something that they could be potentially doing to you, or just doing in general, could perhaps be upsetting you. I'm gonna go and read this to what this deck has other than it's gonna kind of read the thing there too, so you have an understanding. The Queen of Wands in reverse says indicates a woman of a 30 full frosty demeanor, classically attractive to aloof, creates games with men's feelings. This person will be unfaithful, naturally thin, attractive without effort, self-willed, selfish, not interested in her advancement. Works because she has to control and manipulate the character. So, currently that's your present position. Okay, and it says your current influences is the king of typicals in reverse. So I should say your current influence is a man who, or a woman, I guess. That's a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And this card says for him, it says signifies a man or female over 40, which is kind of irrelevant. Controlling, overbearing, and quick to anger in interpersonal relationships and at work, judgmental and tolerant of others' lifestyles and opinions, ignorant, closed to new ideas, first to maintain status, proud, prejudice, rigid, this person creates conflict and confidence. So basically, you're trying to I guess you or your significant other are trying to manipulate one another, but like the other one's just kind of like not necessarily not caring, but they're kind of almost the same way, but just in like a different area of their life. Like how you try to maybe play mind games with a man, and that same man probably playing mind games at work or somewhere else in a different area of his life, or gets upset easily or is angered easily or anything like that, but their emotions are very volatile, or like very passionate anger, lust, war type of thing. And then for your goal or destiny is the Seven of Cups in reverse, and I think that is to become more realistic and grounded and centered and in your love life where things aren't so like up and down, and to having like having more committed type of relationship, so that either partner is not like you guys are kind of together, but like you're not extremely tied down to one another. There's still unfaithfulness sort of, or seeing other people in the talking stages of the relationship or in the beginning of the relationship, and both become more grounded in the relationship and to not be as tempted outside of the relationship or tempted to walk away or escape from the problems in the relationship, whether it be you or your partner. If that makes sense. And then we have the Three of Wands and the influences of distant past. And again, I'm going to kind of read that out, but it seems like a lack of creative potential in your relationship, or the fire sign not having they're kind of losing their first impression in a sense. No, what back to this thing. Like they're the initial flirting phase of the relationships kind of. So where it says bad advice, rejection of your ideas, and drink by others, decisions made too hastily. Unsound business judgment, bad luck sneaks up on you unexpectedly, money or investment will be lost. Yourself in conflict arguments. Save your strength and energy for the most crucial battle. So I think what this is also saying, because it's the influence of what the past or whatever it's saying. What's that? Influences of distant past. So I'd say a lot of bad luck as far as trying to come up with like a creative solution to problems in your relationship, or just cards just like bad advice and bad luck and things like that. And then I say something different than what my intuition says, but this is what the card says. So whatever one I guess kind of resonates with you or will resonate with you. Maybe your significant other is kind of rejecting. Well, it says reject your ideas and dreams by others, so maybe your significant other is just kind of belittling you, Perhaps it's this fire sign, or you were with someone that was like that, or you kind of belittled yourself in a sense. But either way, there's a creative block in certain areas of your life, or past life. And then we have the star in reverse for your recent past events. So, someone close to you probably got diagnosed with some sort of mental disorder, and I don't mean like in a negative way. I mean they might have got diagnosed with like depression or like anxiety or bipolar disorder, anything like that. Um, that's all kind of negative. But I mean like not a mental disorder, like a psychological problem. Um, or a loss of like faith or religion or hope in the situation that your relationship or your past relationship was going to get better with that person. And then we have the two swords in the position of the future influence. And if you're either confused between two people who you want to be with, perhaps, or you're kind of stuck between choosing two different people, or and you're also conflicted and you're indecisive about what you want to do as far as this relationship and how you want to do things. The ultimate goal is to settle down, but for whatever reason, there's still some sort of choice. Maybe it's a sacrifice for freedom, for a relationship, maybe it's between two people. And then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. You have a lot of like fiery energy coming through for you. I've noticed. The Knight of Wands in the situation of the present attitude. Perhaps you're just kind of not necessarily being a tyrant in your relationship, but just kind of fighting on the wrong side of things. Perhaps I'm gonna go read that out of here to get a more accurate overview. Dog, I'm right here. Sorry, my dog's kind of getting a little grumpy. Oh, dog. So the Knight of Wands in reverse. It says male to male or female has emotional problems, can't commit no discipline, angers easily, rash, talking attitude, appears excessive when it's in an act. Syphilis can be extremely cool and abusive, promises a relationship, but will leave after he gets what he wants. Charming but superficial. Okay, so here's how I'm gonna interpret this. I said that perhaps that this person's kind of blocking everything you do creatively in a sense regarding to your relationship or passions in life. So sort of being a narcissist and not considering what you have to say. So, what this card just says is he can commit and he keeps dark secrets and he's cruel and abusive and promises a relationship but doesn't and leaves after he gets what he wants. So what this is telling me is between you and this person's kind of being a sneaky kind of person, and you want to commit and settle down, but like this person is very being abusive and is trying to promise that, but they're not fulfilling what they're saying, and perhaps a water sign comes in, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And now maybe you're drawn between those two people, or you're trying to decide whether you want to be with this person or not, or move forward, or attempt to, or try to fix this situation, even though you keep blocking everything you're trying to do. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse in the position of environmental influences, and I'm gonna go find that out that deck. What that's kind of telling me is that what does this say within environmental influences? Children, immaturity, people around you that are immature, your environment is kind of unstable, we shall see. What that posted. It says, you lose sight of the future by dwelling on the past. Pain and difficulties do not disappear right away. Emotional upset continues and you're not taking responsibility for your emotions. Self-control is necessary now. Inheritance or get possible lifetime of money eventually. Okay, so perhaps this person, this fire sign, was someone in the past that didn't want to, commit to you. So perhaps you were revisited by a fire sign at some point in the past that you have been with, or just a fire sign in general. And you were trying to get him back by manipulative means, and he was just trying to mess with your emotions or have sex with you or whatever by his own means. And it was kind of taking a huge toll on you, not getting your emotions validated in there or in your relationship. Perhaps that's not a way of looking at it, or it could be like the other way around. And so with this card, it says for environmental influences that your past keeps coming up in your environment, or your environment keeps reminding you of your past, or that your environment is causing emotional upsets in you and emotional problems with you. It could be someone that's a water sign in your environment. Maybe they're causing this upset because you either have to choose that person or this person, or however the situation is for you, or be single or not be single, or try to fix the relationship or not, or you're conflicted with how to deal with your environment kind of coming at you and making you more emotional and more upset. And then we have the Hermit in reverse for the. My dog is itching. So. Okay. We have the Hermit in reverse in the position of the innermost emotions. So I'm actually gonna find that part in there. But I think that what that's saying is lack of faith, lack of spirituality, lack of going inside and kind of running away from your problems and trying to find answers in a not effective way to your problems. It says, distrust of others, you refuse to listen to others' advice, the short-sightedness may be your undoing, dwelling on the past is holding you back from progress, rushing to decisions creates new secret problems, if you keep doing what you have always done, the result will be the same, rely on others to trust their judgment. So, it's kind of what I said. And so your innermost emotions would probably be, your distrusting other and your dwelling on this past person. It's not letting you move forward with this perhaps water sign, or it's not helping you heal so that you can move on to the next phase of your life because you're focused on the past with this fire sign. You're conflicted because there's a part of you that wants to let go of this person and move on with your life, but then there's a part of you that's like kind of wants to live in the past and wants this person back, but you know that it's impossible because maybe perhaps this person is now with someone else, or they made it very clear to you that they didn't want to commit, and now you guys are no longer communicating because I don't see a lot of swords, and reading it, I don't think there's a lot of communication going on. But the bottom of the deck was the Knight of Swords reverse, and I think that basically means this is really bad here. So, and that could be because this fire sign is now in a relationship or anything like that. Alright. And then we have the Nine of Cups in reverse, and I'm actually going to pull that out of there too. But I think what this means is you are so messed up emotionally that you can't offer other people emotional support. No, look, right there. It says, Wishes and hopes go unfulfilled, problems remain unresolved. You are unhappy and restless. Difficulty with physical intimacy. Lovers drift apart, eating and drinking to excess. Possible robbery, theft of possession. Someone keeps you out of money. Okay. Take that end part with a grain of salt. So basically, you're all doom and gloom, right? It could be what I said originally. That's just my intuition. This is kind of something that kind of correlates with the rest of the cards. You kind of in this doom and gloom mood. You're unhappy. Um, okay. And because of that, again, not letting go of the past, you could be pushing away this potential water sign. Again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And it could be taking a toll on you. So, and this is supposed to be in the future position. So, my advice to you would be to try to let go of the past, so that you can move forward in the next days of your life and be happy with this person. And don't be afraid to ask other people for advice or help, and don't reject their ideas, and make sure you trust people, because a lot of times other people think of things we ourselves can't think of because of our perceptions. Well, we are blocked from having a higher understanding of it's blocked from our perception of reality, because it's a very personal one rather than objective. So I usually pull like a card out of here as like an oracle type of card for advice. So, Divine Universe, do you have any messages or advice to give Aquarius for the month of May 2017 for the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant of the sign Aquarius? It says Two of Pentacles. Great changes are in store for you. An important message document arrives, putting an end to a problem. Enjoy your work and learn from challenges. An excellent time for new projects. Research them carefully with attention to detail. Be patient with all elements in one place. Pick up a large project, or not large, just pick up, where did I get the word large? Pick up the project that has been put aside. Okay, this is what I'm going to get at here. First off, putting an end to a problem and enjoy work and learn from the challenges. Okay, so perhaps you're learning from the work of healing from this relationship, so that's something you do, and you need to learn from what happened in the past. And then I would say I kind of feel financial type of calling as far as advice here. Because of the Mercury retrograde, I would research many job opportunities and applications and things like that, and wait till afterwards to put them into place when it's out of the RX zone and Mercury goes fully direct, which is like May 19th or something like that. And it says pick up a project that's been put aside. So perhaps this water sign in your life has been put aside because you're upset and you're drinking and you're binge eating, and you're not really taking other people's advice, and you're kind of just keeping yourself because everyone in your environment is kind of pissing you off. Then bring them back into your life and try to connect with them. That's kind of my advice to you. Alright, I hope this was insightful, and I suggest watching the video for your sun and moon sign as well. And if you don't know what that is, you can Google it and put in a calculator. You just need your birth date and your name. Well, you don't know any of that, but you need your place of birth and you need your exact time of birth so you can get your ascendant. You can get your moon without your exact time of birth. It may be a little bit inaccurate, but it's usually sometimes more like a weird time when the moon sign changes, or the force area, then you're fine. But then you can get your moon sign without it, but in order to get your ascendant, you have to have the exact time and place of birth. And then you can look that up, and then you can watch the video for that. And again, if this doesn't resonate with you, try watching other people's videos. Obviously, this video was not meant for you. Yeah, thanks for watching, Aquarius.